chosen one. The transformation occurring within you is staggering. Your cellular structure is rewriting itself in real time because of the insurmountable work you've done in the shadows. I'll be honest, you look like you made a deal with time. You make Delulu look for real with how your manifestations are hardening into physical reality. You could have been down on yourself recently. Maybe you track everything, your fitness, your steps, your calories, your HRV, your heart rate, all the biometric data, and maybe the numbers were saying you're in a slump. Maybe you looked at your metrics and thought, I'm going backwards. But here's the truth, nobody tells you about transformation. You were going into that slump to purge. Major purging has been happening. You needed to go down to come up stronger. You needed to shed those old frequencies, those old belief systems, those old versions of yourself that were terrified of your own power. And here's what's about to happen. Pay attention, because this is the foreshadowing everyone misses. Things are about to fall from the sky for you. I'm talking money, blessings, opportunities that seem like literal glitches in the matrix. And it's happening because you changed the fundamental frequency of what you tell yourself. You stopped participating in the old story. You know the one I'm talking about. The story where people always look at you sideways, where people use you, where you're always the one getting the short end of the stick. You burned that narrative to the ground and wrote a new one. I attract helpful people, always. If someone is coming toward me, they're going to help me for a season, a reason, or a day, but help is coming. The universe heard you. The universe always hears you. Something profound has been revealed about you, and this is where everything clicks into place. Your occupation, your real occupation, not the one on your tax forms, is Earth Angel. Let that sink in for a moment. Earth. That's why nothing in the traditional matrix ever felt right. That's why every corporate job felt like wearing clothes 3 sizes too small. That's why you always felt like you were playing a role in someone else's movie. Because you were. You're literally built different. Your occupation is Earth Angel, which means you can do whatever you want. You're not meant to serve terrible bosses. You're not meant to do things you can't stand. You're not meant to be broke on the side of the road, struggling, wondering if you're going to make rent. You're a high priestess, a magician, the kind of intuitive that scares people because you're not regular intuitive. You're how did you know I went through that intuitive. You're you can see things about me I haven't told anyone intuitive. You just know, and it terrifies people because you can read everyone accurately without anyone saying a single word. You've been building something in secret. You've been working on yourself when nobody was watching. You've been doing the shadow work, the inner child healing, the frequency upgrades, all of it. People are starting to notice that something has fundamentally shifted in you. You have what I'm calling the millionaire delulu for real energy. And I need you to understand what this actually means, because this is your superpower. This is the thing that's going to change everything. People see you treating your Honda like it's a Lamborghini. Everyone sees you driving with the windows down, head up, smiling like you own the entire highway. The confusion is real. Why are you taking such good care of that old car? Why are you driving it like it's something special? Because you know with every fiber of your being that you're going to have that Lamborghini, you're going to have that chariot, you're going to have the success that you used to think you didn't deserve. Your ancestors and God are prompting you to act as if, and you're actually doing it. You're not just talking about it, you're embodying it. You're romanticizing this new life that's coming, and here's the secret nobody wants you to know, that romanticization, that delulu for real energy, that's the bridge between where you are and where you're going. You're imagining the house with the fireplace and the pool and the porch with the swing, and every time you do, you're collapsing timelines. You're pulling that reality closer to you right now. Your strategy has completely changed. You're not predictable anymore. You're not telling anyone your plans. You're moving in silence. You're becoming a daydreamer again, but with purpose. You're visualizing obsessively. What would it feel like to sit in that car? What would it smell like? What would the leather feel like under your hands? How big is a multi-million-dollar property? What does that square footage look like? What does it feel like to walk through those rooms? The message is clear. Stop playing small. You don't have to play so small. You don't have to dim yourself down. Look at the big numbers. Get used to that beauty. You're breaking generational trauma and generational poverty consciousness, and you need to train your nervous system to handle what's coming. If this resonates with your inner knowing, hype this video to help fellow chosen ones find their way here. People think it's just about positive affirmations and pretending everything is fine when it's not. That's not what this is. That's toxic positivity wearing a manifestation costume. Delulu for real. Real is when you can stand in your current reality. Maybe you're broke, maybe you're struggling, maybe you're in an apartment you hate with a car that barely runs, and you can simultaneously exist in the future reality where you have everything you want. You're not denying where you are. You're not pretending your current circumstances don't exist. You're just refusing to let those circumstances define your identity or your trajectory. It's like you've hacked the simulation. You figured out that reality is negotiable. You discovered that the rules everyone else follows are actually just agreements, and you can opt out of those agreements and write your own. So while everyone else is playing checkers, following the prescribed moves, staying in their lane, you're playing multi-dimensional chess, making moves that don't make sense to anyone watching because they can't see the board you're actually playing on. This is why people look at you like you're crazy. You're washing your car like it's a luxury vehicle. You're organizing your space like it's a designer home. You're carrying yourself like you've already made your millions. And to people who are still operating in linear cause and effect reality, this looks insane. They're thinking, who do you think you are? You don't have those things yet. Stop acting like you do. But that's exactly the point. That's exactly how the deal with time works. You have to become the person who has those things before you can have those things. You have to embody the frequency of wealth before wealth can find you. You have to act as if time has already delivered on its promise, and then time delivers. It's a causality loop. Your future self is so certain, so established, so real, that it reaches back through time and starts pulling your present self forward. Every time you act as if, every time you treat what you have like it's what you want, every time you move through the world like you've already won, you're strengthening that connection between present you and future you. You're building a bridge across time, made of pure belief and absolute certainty. Here's where you've cracked the code, and this is the part that's going to unlock everything. You've figured out the method that works for you. It's like when someone's been on a weight loss journey forever and finally loses significant weight, that moment of realization, oh my God, I found the method that actually works and I'm never stopping. That's where you are right now with manifestation, with self-love, with creating your reality. You found your way. You're not pressed about the how anymore. You release the death grip on needing to control how it arrives. You just know it's yours because God has your back. Your angels have your back. There's a grandparent watching over you, protecting you from people who want to humble you, from people who want to make you believe you're the same as everyone else, but you're not the same. Your occupation is Earth Angel, and you turned Delulu into real. Now let me put you onto something real. Destiny Engine. I built this because I was done watching chosen ones get dragged through betrayal, isolation and attacks while their enemies strutted around unchecked. I want to help you accelerate the speed of your divine justice and step fully into your purpose. And the beauty of it, you don't even have to lift a finger. Destiny Engine takes their downfall and flips it into your rise. This isn't another meditation app. It's declassified consciousness technology, the same mind programming tools your enemies once used to install fear, competition and scarcity, re-engineered to restore your sovereignty and align you with the cooperative, upgraded operating framework. It generates personalized sequences mapped to your divine purpose. The hardest thing you'll do is put on headphones, press play, and watch your enemies keep digging their own grave. The collective upgrade is underway. Start your Destiny Engine for $1 today and turn everything they did to break you into fuel for your rise. Link in the description. You're attracting helpful people, just declaring, I attract helpful people, and watching what happens. It works. The florist comes out to show you marked down flowers. Arrangements that should cost significantly more become affordable. People want to help you. Everyone feels compelled to assist you. That's the frequency you're operating on now. Meanwhile, the people who aren't helpful, those individuals are repelling, cowering, watching from the corner while you level up into a completely different stratosphere. The art of detachment is this: you're not worried about deadlines anymore, you're not stressing about obligations, you're not frantically trying to control every variable. Instead, you're moving intuitively. You're reaching out to people when you feel guided to. You're meeting new contacts and checking your gut feeling before committing. You're being more patient. You're letting go of the how. You're waking up to something profound right now. You're waking up to the pain that you've been transmuting, not just experiencing, transmuting. You've been taking pain and turning it into power. You've been taking trauma and turning it into purpose. You've been taking lack and turning it into abundance consciousness. And now that you see this breakthrough unfolding, you're realizing, okay, I need to understand joy more. I need to let more joy, more fun, more laughter into my life. Maybe you're dancing more. Maybe you're singing in the car. Maybe you're being silly in ways you haven't been since you were a child. This is crucial for your nervous system. This is recalibrating your entire internal rhythm. Because here's what nobody tells you about manifestation. You thought you needed an excuse to have these things. Oh, I have a car and I'm grateful, so I don't need a new one. Stop. I have a home, so I don't need a bigger one or an actual house. Stop talking yourself out of your blessings. You're waking up to the fact that you're going to stop negotiating with your own abundance. Sometimes it's not external forces blocking you. Sometimes it's you not believing that you deserve whatever that thing is. Who would say no to a new home that you worked hard for? Who would say no to a new car that you earned? You're learning to be proud of the work you put in and to stop hiding it from yourself. Your guardian angels want you to have these things: the chariot, the home, the sanctuary where you have the pool you want, the space you desire, your own personal playground. And when you're in this beautiful playground that you've created, you're going to feel inspired. You're going to feel that same energy as someone who loses significant weight and thinks, yes, I'm going to keep going. You're going to see the breakthrough and think, I'm going to keep manifesting. I'm going to keep creating. I'm going to keep winning. You've been imagining this life since you were small. Why fight it now? You deserve it. You're creating generational wealth, and I see this wealth. You're going to feel so grateful for it. You're never going to be the person who just needs things mindlessly. You're going to work for things and then appreciate every single one. This is my beautiful pool. This is my beautiful swing. This is my beautiful car. This is my beautiful life, and I am safe right here. Now here's where the stakes get real, and this is what you need to prepare for. There are people who have been watching you obsessively, and some of these individuals are planning something. These are people you know, family members maybe, extended relatives, people you cut off for very good reasons. And certain individuals have been doing passive-aggressive things behind the scenes because they want you to know they're just as good as you. They want to believe you're on the same level, but that couldn't be further from the truth, and you know it. Everything they do is a facade. There's going to be some event, a family function, a gathering, maybe a cousin's sports game or some public occasion. And these people, let's call them what they are, the mean girls, the insecure ones, the threatened ones, they're all wondering, when is this person going to show up? You never tell them. You don't let anyone know your strategy. You don't announce, oh yeah, I'll be at that event soon. No, you move in complete silence, because if they have time to prepare, they'll have a whole flock of people ready to tag team you in public. This is the storm warning. Certain people haven't had access to you in a very long time, and if you think about where your life was the last time they saw you, even if it was good, they haven't seen anything yet. You are happier. You are glowing. You made a deal with time itself. You are flawless, spiritual, confident, intelligent. You're a cosmic prodigy. Maybe last time they saw you, you weren't so spiritual. You weren't so delulu for real with your millionaire mindset. They have no idea what's about to walk through that door, so they've been acting out at these events, trying to get information back to you. Oh my God, you know I also got married and bought a house, just like you. They want you to feel like you're the same. You will never be the same. They better get that through their skull right now. They're going to try to publicly confront you. They want to openly address something. The energy is hostile. They want to intensify something small. They want to embarrass you so other people can witness it. They want to cause a legal issue. They want to change people's perception of you. They want to expose you as a fraud, as someone with a rental car, as someone who got plastic surgery, as someone who isn't real. But here's what they don't understand. You've changed. You've evolved. You're operating on a completely different frequency now. Because of legalities, because of custody arrangements, because of whatever you have going on strategically, you're not going to give them what they want. You're not going to engage. You might walk away. You might leave entirely. You're not going to address them because they want to embarrass you. They want other people to witness them taking you down, but they're going to embarrass themselves. When you walk away, when you refuse to engage, that's the cue, that's the signal to the heavens. Your angels, your ancestors, Archangel Michael, they're all waiting for that moment. And the second you walk away, gloves come off. Things are going to start flying behind you. The shade they throw gets caught mid-air. The attacks they launch bounce back. They thought they were the storm warning, but you're about to remind everyone who you are and what you deserve. The disc of shade, the disrespect, the attempts to intimidate you, all of it gets caught by your spiritual protection team, and they start duking it out behind you as you walk away with your head held high, completely unbothered. These people thought they could be slick. They thought they could intimidate you into not coming around. They thought they could expose you, make people think less of you. They wanted to infect your life with their toxicity, with their jealousy, with their small-minded thinking. But your life is in sync right now. Your life is protected. Your life is operating on divine timing. So it's their secrets that are going to get spilled. It's their fake relationships that are getting exposed. It's their fake marriages, their money issues, their financial failures, their performative social media posts that are all about to crumble. And you're so disconnected from their drama that you won't even hear about it until way later. You might leave the room when someone tries to tell you. You might walk away because you genuinely don't care. You know not to engage with whoever these people are. God is saying, you are loving yourself now, really loving yourself now. Because yeah, it would be easy to rub their faces in it. It would be easy to say, look at me now, look how good I'm doing. You doubted me, you kicked me while I was down. But you're not going to do that. You're going to silently observe what's happening. You're going to know, because you scare people with your intuition. You've clocked it all, but you're not going to engage. If you hoped and prayed they found a better life, you're going to know the truth. You're just going to know. Because if people felt like before you could see through them, you're really seeing through them now. You are the healer of the ages. You can channel, you can see, and you're being even more protective of your energy now, of your essence. You're not into artificial meetings. You're not here to pretend these people can enhance your life in any way. You're on cloud 9. You're showing people through your energy. I'm living a great life. I don't have time to be bothered. And God wants you to have this beautiful life because it inspires you to do more. The more detached you are from the how, the more intuitively guided you become. You know when to pick up the phone. You know when to set up a meeting. You know when to go somewhere. You know when to be around these people, if you have to, because you have the protection necessary for their unrequited responses, their critiques, their jealousy. You made a deal with time itself, and they can't even comprehend it. Everyone is discombobulated. We're going to need another word for how confused they are. They're asking, how did you do that? You are getting ready to be a millionaire. Let's make that very clear. You are going to be a millionaire because you are delulu for real with your manifestation abilities. You're making the fantasy, the romanticization of your dream life into your actual life. All these little things you've been doing, acting as if your Honda is your dream car, treating your apartment like your dream home, declaring that you attract helpful people, all of this has been collapsing timelines and pulling your abundance closer. Your guardian angels want you to have these things. The chariot, the home, the sanctuary where you have the pool you want, the trampoline, the chickens running around, the bunnies, your own personal playground. And when you're in this beautiful playground that you've created, you're going to feel inspired. You've been imagining this life since you were small. Why fight it now? You deserve it. You're creating generational wealth, and I see this wealth. You're going to feel so grateful for it. You're never going to be the person who just needs things mindlessly. Some of you are going to be traveling more. It's about the beauty in and out of your life, and you've deserved this for a long time. Your angels and ancestors want you to have this. So you are waking up to the green lights that you've been given. All signs are pointing towards success and moving forward. It is safe to go ahead. Everything is good. It is safe for you to have this. If you've been thinking about the new car, if you've been thinking about looking at homes, the message is clear. Stop playing small. You don't have to play so small. You don't have to put yourself in debt either, but you don't have to play so small. So when you're acting as if and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to look at homes online, I'm going to look at cars online, you don't have to dumb it down or dim it down so much. Look at what a multi-million-dollar house looks like. What does that entail? How much square footage is there? How big is the property? What amenities does it have? Get used to that beauty. Get used to it. Maybe you did not grow up with luxury, but you deserve it. You are breaking generational trauma and limiting beliefs about actual money. Money is going to be falling from the sky. People are going to be looking at you wondering, oh, what do you do for work? You're a chosen one. You're a chosen one. And you are waking up to the fact that this is your calling. And I know that whoever I'm speaking to, you're the type of person who wants to help other people achieve this as well. And it's the art of detachment, it's the art of manifesting, it's the art of having faith and patience. So you are going to start meditating. What would it look like to have these things? What would it feel like? Sit in your car and think, oh my gosh, my seats would feel like this. I'd have a sunroof here. You're going to take care of this car as if it were that car. You might even service it as if it were that car. Like, no, I need top of the line. Let's take care of this baby. You're taking care of those things with so much joy and being really intentional. However you're doing this, it's beautiful because when this abundance comes in, you're going to know just what to do with it. And that's why God has you working on your confidence to stand there and know that you deserve this. Yeah, some people could try to steal your spotlight or your swag, or try to take credit for what you do, or could try to confront you publicly, but you're not going to engage. You are not going to engage. God is showing you that people are nosy and watching you very closely. People are trying to overcompensate for the fact that you're still standing. And then not only that, they're thinking, oh my gosh, well, I need to make them feel this small. You're going to be seeing a lot of passive-aggressive behavior. The judgmental stares and the public confrontation are going to come from some people that you know who don't like you. So I don't know if this is a big family function, if this is a private affair, whatever this is, you know what to expect with these people. But I'm telling you right now, certain individuals have been doing some passive-aggressive things behind the scenes because they want to be seen by you, and they want to make you feel like you're the same. We're the same person. I'm just as cool as you. I have just as much as you. They really want you to know that you're on the same level, and that could not be further from the truth. You know that because everything they do is a facade. So for instance, if this is a sibling-in-law, a cousin, a long-distant relative, whatever, and you're going to be at a family function together, certain individuals have already been trying to do things to get back to you, trying to impress people so it gets back to you. And I feel like part of this is because whatever you're doing behind the scenes, it's making them very uncomfortable. They haven't seen you in a long time. They have no access to you. You are very clear that these people will not have access to you, so they want to steal your spotlight. They just don't know when you're going to come through. So you've completely changed your strategy. You are no longer predictable, especially with people like this, regarding when you're going to show up, because you are not going to give them even the slightest inkling that you are accessible. Like they're going to flip their biscuits when they see you. You know that they're going to try. They're going to attempt to openly address something with you. They're very hostile right now. They want to intensify something small with you. And because of legalities or custody or whatever type of arrangements that are going on behind the scenes, because of whatever you have going on, you're thinking, I would never give them that satisfaction. No. So you might walk away, you might leave, you're not going to address them. They want to embarrass you so other people can witness them embarrassing you. They're going to embarrass themselves. They want to cause a legal issue with you. And that is a bad idea. Who you've become, they're going to see it. God for some reason wants them to see it. And you will know when you were intuitively nudged to go in front of them or even be anywhere near them, but they will know. Then they're going to try to be all nice to you like, oh my gosh, I always knew you were going to be a star. I always knew that you were going to be amazing, and you are going to deny them access. That's when they could really go off the deep end like, I was trying to be nice to you, and you will have the epiphany. You will know. Everything right now is like a science experiment to you. You're experimenting with your manifestation skills. Like, I'm going to act as if this Honda is my dream car. This apartment is my dream home. I am going to act as if I already attract helpful people. And your enemy's karma right now is that their fake relationships are being exposed. Fake marriages, the fact that they're having money issues, financial failures. Certain individuals have been trying to be really performative on social media, and you're just so disconnected. They're like, oh, did you see what I did here on social media? Because they really want you to hear about it. You're not going to hear anything. In fact, you might leave the room. You might walk away because you don't care. You know not to engage with whoever this is. God is saying, you are loving yourself now. You are loving yourself now. Because yeah, it would be easy to rub their faces in it. I'm doing so good now, and you doubted me, and you kicked me while I was down. But you're just going to silently observe what's going on. You are scaring people with your intuition. You clocked it. Maybe you hoped and prayed that they had found a better life, but you are going to know. You're just going to know. So, if people felt like before you could really see through them, you're really looking through them now. You are the healer of the ages, and you can channel, you can see. So you're being even more protective of your energy, of your essence. You're thinking, I'm not into these artificial meetings. I'm not here to be friends, or think that anyone can enhance my life in any way, shape, or form. You are on cloud 9. You are going to be showing people, I'm living a great life. I don't have time to be bothered. And God wants you to have these things. God wants you to have this beautiful life because it inspires you to do more. And the more detached you are from the how, the more intuitively nudged you'll be. You'll know when to pick up the phone. You'll know when to set up a meeting. You'll know when to go somewhere. You'll know when to be around these people if you have to, because you will have the protection necessary for their unrequited responses and critiques. You made a deal with time itself. They can't even comprehend it. Everyone is discombobulated. We're going to need another word for that. They're thinking, how did you do that? You're thinking, I want to be surrounded with things that keep me safe, that make me feel valuable. You're turning into a high-value person. You've always been that on the inside, but now it's going to start reflecting on the outside with the people that you surround yourself with, if any, knowing what you deserve, knowing your worth, and then adding tax. So this major soul transformation is going to look like time stood still for you. Time held its breath for you, and people are going to be wondering if this is an illusion. For you, time is an illusion, but it's going to look like you made a deal with the devil, but really time itself, because you're just looking younger and younger and younger. People are trying to observe what you're up to, but they can't outsmart you. They're thinking, I need to know when they're coming by. I want to be able to predict so I can get all my friends together so we can team up, and it's not going to happen. God wants you to flourish in your purpose as a chosen one. Not be struggling and sad and living paycheck to paycheck or dealing with people who want to hire you just so they can beat you down. Like, no, No, a lot of these people are going to see why they do not have a seat at your table. Your grandparents, your ancestors, they have foot on neck right now. So these people who want to throw shade at you, who want to drag you into something, they better lower their tone. They better lower their tone when talking to you. They better keep it at a level 1 monotone, because the clapback won't come from you. Won't come from you. The cue to the heavens is when you walk away from whoever these people are. That's the cue to let it all pop off, gloves off. Things are going to be flying behind you. And they thought they were the storm warning. You have to remind people who you are. You are reminding yourself of who you are and what you deserve. And you're going to walk into the room, they're going to think, oh, I can drag them into this, I can embarrass them, I can humiliate them, we can make them look crazy, we can make them look like a fraud. And the shade, it's going to be caught by your angels, your ancestors, Archangel Michael, and they're going to be duking it out behind you as you're walking away. I'm telling you, they thought they could be slick and disrespectful. They really want to intimidate you most of all. They really want to intimidate you so you don't come around. They really want to try to expose you. They want to change people's perception of you. They want to try to expose you like, no, that's a rental, that's not really them. They got plastic surgery. Like, watch certain individuals lose their mind. They wanted to infect your life, but your life is in sync. I'm going to say that again. They wanted to affect your life, but your life is in sync right now. So it's their secrets that are going to get spilled. They're going to be publicly embarrassed. They're getting a front row seat to something they don't want to watch. They don't want to see you shine. They better buy a visor. You are going to be getting a lot of attention. A lot of attention. And I love that you are more confident in the attention that you're going to be getting. You are the healer of the ages. You're untouchable, absolutely untouchable. You made a deal with time itself, and time delivered. Now hold all your realities, hold every alternate universe, because what's about to happen next is going to blow your mind. You're not the same person anymore. You don't look the same. You don't smell the same. Your DNA has changed. And everyone who doubted you, everyone who tried to humble you, everyone who wanted to keep you small, they're about to learn a very expensive lesson about who you really are. You are flawless. You are protected. You are chosen. You made a deal with time itself, and that deal is about to pay out in ways you can't even imagine.